TNF on Prime Video. Mitch Trubisky trying to get the Steelers offense rolling. Nick Chubb and the Cleveland Browns trying to close out a game. A couple of 1-1 teams with the winner taking over first place in the AFC North. Ahead of the Bengals and the Ravens getting on the field on Sunday. The Browns, who have won 4 straight games on Thursday night, including last year when they beat the Broncos, are busted out the orange pants tonight. Don't know if Tom Pelissero is wearing orange pants. Highly doubt it. Hope not for his sake. Live, though, in Cleveland with orange seats behind him. Either Tom, Brian Boldinger as well. Tom, start with you at the stadium where the Steelers are trying to get their offense rolling. And I know it's only a couple of games, but there are already calls in Pittsburgh, shockingly, for Kenny Pickett. What's the latest on their quarterback situation?
Well, Andrew, Mike Tomlin has given no indication publicly or privately that he is considering a quarterback change at this very early stage in the season. He is sticking with Mitch Trubisky. However, when you're 30th in the NFL in yards per play and you're not having many big plays, you're not running the football effectively or passing it effectively, inevitably you're going to have some frustration. And you've heard a little bit of that from some of the wide receivers in Pittsburgh. My understanding is at this point, this is a week-to-week evaluation, and the Steelers' quarterback plan is going to be dictated by how Trubisky plays beginning tonight against the Cleveland Browns. He has the support of the locker room. It's important to understand. Other players love Trubisky. They voted him a captain. But those receivers also want him to push the ball down the field and get it into his playmakers' hands. Kenny Pickett, of course, had a really strong preseason. He's a first-round draft pick. His time is coming eventually. Could it come in a long week following a Thursday game? You can't rule anything out. But again, it's going to be dictated by how Trubisky plays. And Trubisky acknowledged this week he knows that there's opportunities that he's not taken so far to get the ball down the field to George Pickens, among others.
You know, Tom, when you watch it, they had one explosive play last week to George Pickens, a guy that they have to get more involved because he can be a star on this team and in this league. And so they scored 1 touchdown the first week, you know, in their victory against Cincinnati. And last week they had 2 chances in the fourth quarter to come back on the Patriots, and they couldn't put anything together. So it's about production. And they believe, look, what you said, Tom, is absolutely true. The team, the organization, they love Mitch. There's no question about that. But they also know that Kenny Pickett can see the future. Like, he sees the field very, very well. And maybe they need that guy to spark the passing game because that's a strength of their team, is their receivers. And they got to get the ball down the field more regularly to them. I think if they're struggling in the first half, Tom, it wouldn't surprise me at all to see him go to Pickett in the second half tonight.
You can see the future, which is also a pretty good thing to put on your resume. It's Mitch Trubisky for now, Ohio native coming back home. Maybe the Cleveland secondary is what Mitch Trubisky needs to hit some of these big plays, because that's the storyline there this week, Tom. Not just the booing and all that. It's what brought about the booing. It's the busted coverages week in, week out. A huge one last week led to the Joe Flacco comeback.
And I was standing on the field, Andrew, in a 13-point game, less than 2 minutes to go, when all of a sudden Corey Davis is running toward me, and there is not a single Browns jersey anywhere near him. It's one of several coverage busts that have occurred over the past couple of weeks so far for this Cleveland Browns defense, and it's something that was a point of frustration in the locker room after the game. You had guys like John Johnson, the veteran safety, saying, we got to look each other in the eyes and talk about the calls because we've got guys who aren't playing the same defenses that the other guys are playing. And middle linebacker Anthony Walker Jr. is consistently said, as the middle linebacker, he's responsible for the communication. He's got to get it fixed. Well, I talked to Walker in the locker room on Tuesday. He told me they did get together as players on defense and talked about it. I said, what's the root of the issues? He said, it's just communication. We're not communicating so far. They're hoping that they can do a better job, clean those things up on a night that they're going to be a little bit shorthanded. Jadeveon Clowney out for this game because of his ankle. They will have Myles Garrett, even though he did not practice this week because of a neck issue.
What's so frustrating, Baldy, is that secondary was handed a game by the run game to just close it out. The defense, it's over here. They've run for 400 yards in 2 games. They have a $180 in 3 straight games. If you go back to Week 18, the game where Baker Mayfield didn't play in that game, Week 18. But you get my point. The formula is still the same. Run the ball.
And they're really good at it, Andrew. And the Steelers know what's coming. And every week Bill Callahan, the run game coordinator, the offensive coordinator, and the offensive line coach, he has a series of plays that he likes to put in depending on the front that they're playing, and they're really good at running them. You could teach the run game in 5 minutes, Andrew. It's not hard. I got some clips here, and what I want to show you is they've got some staple plays that you have to be able to defend. And it really starts with their ability, whether it's Kareem Hunt or Nick Chubb, to really run this wide zone. I mean, everybody's going to be pulling to the right here. And they're going to get some double teams, but really it's up to the back right here, behind the line, to find the daylight. And both of them are excellent at doing it. They know it's coming. Can you stop it? Can you penetrate? You see right here, there's absolutely no penetration from the Jets. And Kareem Hunt, hits it for about 10 yards up the middle. Now, they love the inside trap game. Will Teller, Joel Petonio, the guards, they're excellent at this right here. Like a double trap right here. And Nick Chubb sees it. You talk about seeing, he can see the future right there. He's looking at that new logo there in Cleveland on that run, on that play right there. And then they love 13 personnel, 1 back, 3 tight ends. And here comes Teller and Harrison Bryant on this counter tray. Little counter step by Kareem Hunt, slow him down. And really, the key to this play here, Andrew, is for Kareem Hunt to be patient. The play can break anywhere. And here it breaks around the corner as they get to the edge with good blocks there by Teller and Bryant. And then finally, they love this gut. I call it the gut punch. And they love pulling Petonio and Ethan Pochik. Petonio gets the kick-out block. Here comes Pochik leading Nick Chubb through the hole. They ran this play over and over week 1 against Carolina. Like, they have this ability to do this. The Steelers know it's coming. Now, can they stop it? Because really, this is the foundation to what Cleveland wants to do.